You smile too much. You don't smile enough. You have the enthusiasm of a doorknob. Wait, what? That was a Reddit post towards me? Well, listen here, you little punk! What's up, prescribers? This is Chucky, and welcome to IJWHtv. Today, we're going to be reacting to your most ridiculous customer surveys. A few weeks ago, I went to the Facebook pages of Pharmacy Punnies and the Angry Pharmacy Technicians to ask them what are their most ridiculous customer surveys. And today, we're going to be reacting to just those. I did this about a year ago, and we got surveys such as, you don't smile enough, you smile too much, I wouldn't fill a Forage RX. I don't understand some of these surveys, but they sound ridiculous. If you want to check it out, I'll leave it in the descriptions below. Alright guys, let's get on with the surveys. This first survey was actually directed towards me. Change your hold music. Your automated system sucks. How do you expect me to change the hold music? I have no control over the hold music. I have no control over the automated system. Why are you asking me to change the hold music? It's not like I have a playlist of songs that I want you to listen to while you're on hold. If I did, it would be a lot better than what they're playing on there. I can tell you, they did change the hold music, like later on, after having the same hold song for like maybe 30 years, they changed it. And you know what? It sucks even more than what it originally had. So I don't know what you want me to do. And as for the automated system, yeah, the automated system's pretty terrible. It sucks. I can't help you there. I would say use the app, but the app is pretty terrible too. It's not user friendly. So yeah, you win that one. Our next customer survey was written by many people in different forms. So here's a modified version of all that. Nobody's perfect, only Jesus. When the world is mid, you are gas, you are gas. Hi there, Dan and Jeremy here. We're from the corporate office. We're just here to say we appreciate everyone's customer feedback, and we always strive to do better based on your responses. I understand that nobody's perfect in this world, but here at IJWH Pharmacy, we strive to provide the most excellent customer service possible. So if you would reconsider, we would appreciate it if you just bump that star up to a 5. Yeah, without your perfect scores, our bonuses will be crap. What? No. Yeah, without your perfect scores, our team will get less pizza parties. No! Yeah, without your perfect scores, our team will get devastated and want to quit. Forget it. Our store manager lost her voice, so they had to write everything down to speak. Customers saw her writing and thought they were talking about them. Sometimes people gotta improvise on how they work. And they lost their voice, they gotta figure out a new way to communicate. So they just write everything down. It's not all about you, Karen.
You filled the medication too fast. Yeah, see, this is why they gotta start drug testing these customers who fill out these receipt surveys. The only way we probably could fill the prescription too fast is if a patient asks for a medication to be refilled and we just deleted it from the bins because it's been sitting there too long, and that way all you gotta do is slap a label on it because it was already ready, because they let it sit there for 10-14 days. Yeah, that's probably what happened.
Prescription was done too fast. Prescription's not done quick enough. What do you want from us? You want a fast food restaurant. You want it fast, but not too fast. This just proves to me that customers will never be satisfied with anything. Stop complaining. Get your meds and go. Ridiculous. They couldn't understand the pharmacist's Jamaican accent. They were born in the US and raised in Nigeria. So yeah, I can understand issues with the language barrier. Sometimes it's hard to understand what people are saying when they have an accent, and it's kind of like you try to speak in one way and you're trying to understand it and you just aren't getting it. But that's no way to complain to people. No customer survey is gonna resolve an issue of a person that speaks with an accent. Don't be one of those people that say, you live in America, you need to speak English. They generally are speaking English, it's kind of hard to understand. You guys are great, but your tube station's too loud. So the pharmacy provides great service, and you give them a 1. Because the tube station was too loud.
You better get that out of here.
No. We can fix the tube station. We can call someone to go fix the tube station. After a while, the tubes, they get old, and the things that keep the tube from screeching so loud kind of wear out. So sometimes we just gotta replace the tubes, and that's all. Well, there's no need to give a 1 out of 5 for great service. I'd hate to wake up to that voice every day.
What's wrong with my voice? You got a problem with my voice? That's fine. Go somewhere else. I don't care. I have no way of changing my voice. I don't have time to sit there and try to tell you my voice is my voice. Deal with it or get lost.
Our store was going through a remodel and someone complained that it was difficult to park. I don't even know what to say. Like, we're going through a remodel? So what do you want me to do? How does this pertain to pharmacy? It doesn't. So, yeah, your survey is irrelevant, and you should not be giving us these terrible surveys. Because it's not our fault that we're going through a remodel, it's corporate who wants to do the remodel, and yeah, I have no control over that. Our store was closing, so we were allowed to wear street clothes. I wore an Invader Zim t-shirt, and a customer who was very religious complained that I worship the devil.
Rise, my fellow prisoners! Rise up and use your revolting limbs to escape this prison!
1 Samuel 16:7. Man looks on outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart. I was telling one of my friends about this the other day, and they looked at me and were just like, what's Invader Zim? I'm old. Invader Zim is a kid show, kind of on the raunchier side of cartoons, but like, it's still a show for kids. Just because Invader Zim is a kid show doesn't mean that it's worshiping the devil. I don't know why people assume that anything that doesn't line up with what they like or what they believe is worshiping the devil. That just shows Christians in a bad light. If you've seen me in church and saw how I dress, you probably wouldn't believe that I was a Christian. We've already addressed that nobody's perfect. Your survey shows that you're not perfect either. So yeah, get the plank out of your own eye before you get the speck out of others. I stapled the paper bag shut and it took too long to open. No. I don't know how it is at most pharmacies, but I'm pretty sure they get put in paper bags. At least in my pharmacy, we do it in a paper bag. So, like, if you're complaining about the staples, just rip it open like a present. That's all you gotta do. We spoke about lunch. This has gotta be a troll survey, right? What's up, fam? You know, I've never worked in retail before, so I don't really know how it is. But I know lunch is important. I eat it every day. If you got mad at me for talking about lunch, I don't know what to tell you, fam. Lunch is really good. Yeah. Lunch. Most of the time, as soon as we clock in, we automatically start thinking about lunch. Most of the time, we'll sit there and say, what's for lunch, y'all? And then we'll pick a place to eat, and then we'll go get it later. It's not a big deal to talk about lunch. If you got a problem with us talking about lunch, then you may need to stop treating us like we're a fast food restaurant. They look like they just lost a family member, and they did. I feel like this is a very inappropriate survey. You shouldn't sit there and say, oh, this person looks like this person seems unhappy. My store manager always tells us to treat every customer the same, even if they're mad and upset at us. Just because we don't know what's going on in their personal lives, because they may have been sitting at the hospital for several hours, they're exhausted, they're tired, and they just want to go home and rest. For a customer to come up and say, like, they just look like someone just died and they put it as a survey, it's just wrong. And as for the technician who may have lost somebody in their life, I'm sorry for your loss. They look like they have plenty of people, but all look lost. What's up, guys? This is Jameis, and I'm here to say that that's probably some morning shift nonsense, because you ain't getting that in the evening time, and you definitely ain't getting that on overnight. But I tell you, with the morning shift, you down one person, it looks like this. Guys, we have a call out. Oh, the humanity! So if you didn't know this, A pharmacy can only have a certain number of technicians per pharmacist. So if you're going to sit there and say we had plenty of people, you're definitely wrong, because we can always use more help. If you're going to say we look lost, I assume you mean that they're running around like crazy because they're actually working and they're understaffed. Yeah, we need more staffing, but we also need more pharmacists. But because there's a pharmacist shortage and every pharmacy wants to cut hours, we can't have enough technicians to work. So if you want to become a pharmacist, go to school, get your PharmD, come work with us so we may have more help. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Trust me when I say there's never enough people in the pharmacy for us to stand around and just do nothing. They seem to have a good time laughing and not doing their jobs right. Well, I can run a report to show you how well we're doing. And it's okay to laugh and have a good time at work. And if there's a problem with how you see things, why don't you come to it? Our tech was taken to the ER. A customer complained that we were taking too long. I apologized and explained what happened. They did not care and blamed us for missing mass. Is it mass or moss? Either way, when they go back, I think they need to ask for forgiveness for being a jerk. I worked with a pharmacist that literally passed out on 2 separate occasions from stress. We already work in a stress-filled environment. The last thing we need is customers stressing us out even more. If this person was in such a rush, they could have left and then came back later. Like, there's no point to sit there and get mad at people because your prescription's not ready. You know, short staffing happens all the time and we kind of just work through it. But watching your coworker get hauled off to the ER, yeah, that's gonna put my mindset at a different level than just worrying about being short-staffed. So I'd appreciate it if you're more considerate of these people that just went to the ER. Also, since you're going to mass anyways, why don't you go ahead and pray for that person that just got hauled off to the ER? I'm sure they would appreciate it. Figure out a way to close for lunch. Oh, figure out a way to take a lunch, you say? Well, this sounds like the work of Professor Sinjati. Oh, always up to his schemes. But never no match for me, Sherlock Holmes. Yes, trying to figure out when they go to lunch. And then he strikes. Hops into the pharmacy, steals whatever. Ooh, I know what he's up to. But he won't get it over on me. Warfarin, it's time. The doctor didn't send the prescription over. This one can't be real. Why are you complaining to me and giving me a bad survey score for the doctor not sending the prescription over?
Yeah, he probably didn't send the script because you were asking for a controlled medication refill 2 weeks early. So I bet he didn't send the script. Or you went in his office and he realized there was nothing really wrong with you, so he probably didn't send anything. That's why the doctor didn't send the script.
There's no reason for you to get mad at me because the doctor didn't send the prescription over. It's as simple as calling your doctor and getting them to send it in. But I don't want to call the doctor because I'm going to be on hold for a long time. And then they're not going to answer and send me the voicemail. Do it. Just call them. You complaining that your doctor didn't send it is not going to help anything. Just call them. If you don't want to call, fine. Drive up there. Ask them what's going on. Or you can have them write a prescription out for you. Or you can see where they sent it to. Oh, they sent it to Walgreens. That was my old pharmacy. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're darn right you're sorry. Ridiculous. Well, guys, these are the most ridiculous customer surveys. Let me know which one was your favorite, or if you have any of your own, put it in the comments below. If you want me to do another one, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. And as always, I just work here. Big thanks to the Doctor of Comedy for helping me with this video. If you'd like to see more funny pharmacy shenanigans, check out his channel, RX Comedy. Link is in the description below.